He's quite large. Scott. Big Scott. Watch out. He's quite large. Big Scott. We are brothers.
Only you can make all this world seem right. Oh, only you can make the darkness bright. Only you and you, Lord, can and fill my heart with love for only you. Only you can make all this change in me. For it's true, you are my destiny. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you. Only you can make all this change in me. For it's true, you are my destiny. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you.
Oh, yeah. And if you weren't singing along to that, then there was something wrong from you. I don't care whether you were born in the 30s, the 40s, or the 50s, but that is a tune that when you hear it, even I was here trying to hit the high notes, but somebody that can hit them high notes is Mr. Paul B. Allen III. Welcome, Paul, to Radio Cardiff.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Scott. It's wonderful. Glad to speak with you.
Hey, listen, it's a pleasure to have some legendary singers and singists all part of a legendary group because, you know, you couldn't have been with the original group because you'd have grey hair like me by now, but you've got a nice set of dark curls. So tell us a little bit of the story of how you became involved with the Platters.
Well, you know, the Platters is an organization. It's kind of like your Wales football team. Mm-hmm. You know, it's been going on a long time, and you have different members that come in and out as time goes on. And that's kind of how it's always been with the Platters. The group started in 1953. Okay. And so we've had several singers come in and out. I was asked to join the group as a lead singer in 1997. Okay. And boy, what a privilege, what an honor that really was.
I bet. When, you know, how did that come about when somebody just said to you, oh, hey, man, do you fancy just singing along, you know, with this iconic band?
Well, you know what? It was a really strange story. I came to Las Vegas, was putting out promo packages to everyone, and went to the Musicians Union here. They loved my package, and they got me in touch with a guy who was actually working with the Platters. When they heard my package, they asked me to come in and audition, and the rest is history.
Oh, now, I tell you what, you know, when you start out on your musical career, I bet you look at something like that and think, oh, no way, man, they're never going to touch me. But so how does it feel being an ambassador for them Platters, and where around the world is it taking you? Because they're still very big now, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and more so actually around the world than even here in the United States. Everything is so youth oriented here that it changes things a lot. But the appreciation for the music is still there all around the world. The Philippines, we love touring England, Japan. We've been there 23 times.
Wow,
it's just all over the world, and it really cracked me up the first time we went to Japan, because we are really singing to people who don't know English, right?
Yeah.
But Scott, they would stand up and sing every single word with us in English. It was incredible. Just brought tears to my eyes.
But isn't it how amazing that is, that music, you don't even have to know the language, but universally you can share the feelings and the love and the embrace that it does create for us.
Music is just unbelievable. That's why it's broken down so many barriers over time, here in the United States as well. The Platters was really the first group to travel internationally. And so we're very proud of that fact.
And still going strong to this day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm hoping that somebody there in England wants to bring us out for our next tour. That would be wonderful.
Well, listen, if I had the bucks, I'd have you over here now to play for my birthday next month,
You know it, man. Well, I'll tell you what, if we can't get there, I'll call you and I'll sing to you on that day. How about that?
Hey, my bro, that would be absolutely awesome. Right then, you've just got me on the level now because you were singer of the Platters. Give me one of them high notes, man. You just heard me trying to squeal it in the studio now. Just give me a little bit of a melodic platter. Go on.
You know what? You hit it right on, but you got to remember, it's like 7 o'clock my time, brother. My voice doesn't even come alive till about 2.
Oh, all right.
I'll do what I can for you, though. Only you can make all this world seem right.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's about it for right now.
Oh, I was just going to join in then. I was just going to do some boo-boos and the bar-bars and the wah-wahs,
I was feeling it coming, man. I was feeling it coming.
Well, listen, you need to have your first cup of tea because, exactly. Whereabouts are you calling us from right now, Paul?
I'm calling you from Las Vegas.
Okay.
Las Vegas, Nevada, and it is actually 7:19 in the morning.
Oh, man. Do you mean, now, did I wake you up or have you just been working all night? What's the truth?
Oh, no. I actually got up at about 3. I was excited about being able to speak with you today. So it was something I was looking forward to, man.
Well, listen, it's humbling when I hear something like that because all I do, I have a platform and I love new music. And when I hear people, legends like yourself that have inspired people for years, the least I can do is open up the airways because we are an urban radio network and we love your stuff. I know there's people tuned in all over the world listening now because as soon as you mention the Platters, people are like, oh, yeah, even youngsters. Oh, yeah, I know the Platters, You're universal. You'd think that you'd just be catering for the older generation, but you don't because the oldies used to play it when their kids and their grandkids were there, and we do have that sort of prehistory before we even make our own music selections of what our parents used to listen to, so.
That's right. You're absolutely right, Scott. It works that way. One of the things that stunned me the most is that if you go to the Philippines, all the little kids, these kids may be 2-3 years old and they're out there singing Only You and smoke gets in your eyes. It's just mind-boggling.
Yeah. Well, listen, you've moved on from now because you're your own star. You see what I did there? What
a nice transition, man.
Yeah. So you've moved on and you've progressed. So what are you doing now? Because if I remember rightly, haven't you just written some music for a gangster movie or something? Is that correct?
Absolutely. There's a new movie and it's just been completed. It's going to be released there in the UK in June. It's called Coolio-Time Travel Gangster, and it's about a gang that decides to go straight. They discover a time travel machine and they go back in time trying to fix things, but it has some pretty unusual consequences.
Okay.
I can't tell you any more about the movie than that, but it's going to be great.
So it's like a Bill and Ted's gangster adventure.
Yeah, it's definitely an English gangster type thing with a twist, with a lot of comedy. You guys are going to love it.
Well,
absolutely love it.
Also, something else as well that you said, because you nearly, if you remember rightly, you nearly did a gig in Wales, but let me just have a look.
Yes. We were there I'm trying to remember what year it was, Scott. I think it was 2000, 2001. It was the year you guys had a super heavy rain, and it wiped out a lot of the countryside to the point where we could not travel. We were there on tour. We did get a chance to do a gig there for the Duke is it Duke of Windsor, Duke of Edinburgh, I think it was.
Yeah. Duke of Edinburgh Awards, yeah.
Yes. We were there and did that, but We were scheduled to come to Wales. We literally could not get there because the rain was so bad. They were saying it was the worst that you had in 50 years.
Well,
so we were very disappointed because I really wanted to come to Wales.
Well, listen, you're in the heart of Wales right now talking to me. So we've made that dream come true. So all we need now is the physical form to come here, and then your job is complete and my job is complete.
That sounds like a plan, man. That sounds like a plan.
So how did you come to be writing music for this gangster movie?
Well, you know what happened was there was a young lady from Switzerland, and I've always been a songwriter. I started writing songs in my 20s. You have a group there by the name of Incognito, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Incognito. So they did one of my songs called Always There. It just took off all over. It was like #1 in the Netherlands and top 10 in England. But anyway, I started working with this young lady in Switzerland. I wrote lyrics for some music that she had. She got in touch or she came in touch with the guy who actually ended up producing this movie.
Okay.
So that's how we came in contact. And then he listened to some of my songs and he fell in love with a few of them and definitely wanted them for the movie.
So that's pretty damn good, really. You know, you get guest of honor as lead singer with the Platters, and now you're writing a gangster movie. What else is in the pipeline, Paul? You know, what else is coming up there?
Well, I have a lot of things actually happening. There's a new publisher here also in America that just picked up one of my things. What I'm trying to do now is to get into scoring for films and movie trailers.
Okay.
So that's the direction my music is taking right now, and having some pretty good results so far, actually. I'm very, very pleased with the way things are looking.
Well, here's something for you that I didn't know. But did you know that Anthony Hopkins was a composer? You know, the guy from Hannibal and stuff like that. I actually saw...
Yes, he's an awesome actor.
Yeah, well, I didn't realise, but like 50 years ago, before he was an actor, he was a composer.
I never knew that.
No, and then he wrote this waltz, and you know this guy that's going around the world at the moment, this amazing violin player, and he's filling out concert halls and everything. Well, he actually performed Anthony Hopkins's waltz for the first time ever about 2 weeks ago, and can I just say, it is absolutely awesome.
Oh, I'm going to have to listen for that. I can't wait to hear that.
Well, listen, you link up with him, just tell him Big Scott said, oh, yeah, you write some music, I write some music. You know, we can get on the same plate, you know?
Yes, there you go. That'll work.
Of course it will. Well, listen, Paul, it has been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. And would you like?
The pleasure has been all mine.
No, it's all mine. It's all mine. You carry on with it. Listen, would you like to introduce your own star to my Radio Cardiff listeners? And I think this is the first time it's ever been played in Wales. So
it has. This is the very first time. It is going to be in the movie again. Coolio-Time Travel Gangster. I co-wrote this with a great writer out of Australia named Richard Goldner, and we've just had a great time putting this track together. This is playing against a kind of racy scene in the movie, so I think you'll like the video clip and the music when you get a chance to see the clip as well.
Well, listen,
anyway, your own star.
Your own star, and you've been a star for getting up at silly o'clock in the morning just to entertain me and my listeners. And do keep me in the loop with new material, and perhaps we could have a chat later on when you're nearer to launching the movie, and we could play a few tracks off the soundtrack. How does that sound?
That'll be outstanding, Scott. Thank you again so much. I've really enjoyed it. And wanted a nice shout out to all my friends there in England, David O'Sullivan, Miss Edna, Paul Dwedney, the great actor, Lee Hayes. Got to talk about Marcus Rommel. Got to talk about Teresa Edwards. You have so many talented people out there. And the great Paul J. Lane, who put this movie Coolio together.
It's been a blessing to talk to you, Paul, and as I say, many blessings for today. You can go back to bed now unless you want to have a cup of coffee and do a jingle.
No, it's back to bed, buddy, for sure.
Okay, man. Well, listen, have sweet dreams, and we shall, go and find your own star underneath your eyelids, and we'll speak to you soon, my brother.
All right. Take care, buddy.
Take care. This is Your Own Star by Paul B. Allen III.
Oh, yeah. I ain't felt no hook like this in years. It feels good. Just like you, baby. It feels good. Now tell me what you need.
Anything you need,
Just tell me what you need.
anything you need,
Now tell me what you need.
anything you need,
Just tell me what you need. confused. All I know is that I needed you. So tell me what you need, baby. Anything you need, I got it. In Spain, your own jet plane. Anything you need, start getting on. We will buy you your own star. Hey, baby, just don't ever want you to leave. I never in my life ever met a woman quite like you. You got me spinning and grinning and winning and sitting, and I know that this is only the beginning. I'm just so confused. The only thing I know, is that I've got to hang on to you. Just tell me what you need, babe. Anything you need, I got in Spain. You're on a jet plane. Anything you need, start carrying on. You will find your star. Your star, baby. Your star.
The sound of the capital city, Radio Cardiff.